Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? Let me make sure my AirPods are not being blocked. Robert Williams here, just with another episode coming to you of Dear Younger Me. I call it an episode, really, volume. More of like a volume. I think it was to be volume 3. Don't mind all the background. I'm out here in my chicken run and chicken coop with my chicks. These are all my chicks. But, wanted to make a quick video. I was listening to my mentors yesterday, Mr. Darnell and Tracy Self. They have a wonderful podcast. It's called The Real Self-Talk Experience. And in this episode, I think it was episode 49, which is crazy because they started this journey earlier this year. Oh, no. They started the journey on Mr. Self's birthday, 2021. And it was, it's been a really cool journey and watching the growth. Phenomenal speaker, incredible businessman, family man, husband. Someone that I truly look up to and am proud to be able to call friend that's like family. But him and his wife had an episode. It was called The You Factor. And I'm telling you, like, on the punchline intro of the video, he was hitting hard. And it was the factor of you. And so this is my message to my dear younger self, dear younger me, is you have to work on you. Like in network marketing, in our business, PPLSI, or known as prepaid legal service, known as Legal Shield, however you may know it, we always have a chart up. There's 3 components to this pie. Not a chart, I'm sorry, it was a pie. We had 3 components to this pie. One component was the company. Company's services that we provide, the back office, corporate side of it, that's the company. That's 1/3 of the company, which will also include like commissions, what you're paid and things of that nature. Second third of it was the service, the law firms that provided the service, right? Because they were the ones that were really speaking with the members. And so that's 1/3 of it, and that's our entire network of attorneys. The last factor of that pie is you. And what was displayed every time we did that and showed that in a training of some sort, it's like, look, the company's the same for everybody. The attorneys are the same. The only person that's different is you. And in this, in the podcast of Mr. Self and Mrs. Self, what they were talking about is like, look, and I've seen this, and it was a gut punch. I actually need to text them because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them my stomach hurts from this gut punch. Is like, yo, look, there's somebody else out there who has the same setup as you. You know, right now I have 5 kids. I have another one on the way. Blessed to be married. We have a wonderful home that we're even, big backyard to be able to have a garden and everything that we have set up. And 5 kids, work a job, right, that provides for our benefits and general income. There's somebody out there that's just like me in my same scenario, making probably the same amount of money as me. And we can both start a journey at the same time. And this is what he was saying. And one person shoots off and goes to the moon, and the other person does nothing. Yet they got the same information. Or better yet, in our network marketing company, they were working with the same company. They had the same commission structure. They had the same attorneys that we would be referring people to. The only thing that's different is the individual. Did you do anything with what you were given? And it reminds me of the parable of the talents, right, in the Bible. As it says, one servant was given 5 talents, another was given 3, and one was given 1. The guy with 5 turned it into another 5, so he had 10. A guy with 3 turned it into another 3, so he had 6. And the guy that had 1 buried his talent in the dirt. And master said, you slothful servant, you didn't do anything. You didn't even put it up to get interest. And so we all have talents. The ones with the 5 and 3 talents, they went and did something with that money. They went and did something with the talents, invested it, put it into something. They all had the same resources available to them, but it was the you factor of, like, obviously the one that had 1 talent was scared. He wasn't the one. He wasn't the one that really pretty much put in that activity and do what he needed to do. So that's what they were saying, is like, look, it's up to you. You're the only person who's going to wake yourself up, go to the gym, wake yourself up, read the book, read 10 pages a day. So you got to work on you. So for my dear younger me, look, work on you, dude. Whoever's listening to this, whether it's my kids in the future, whether it's myself later on, and just feeling that gut punch, because I've been in that scenario where it's like, yo, we both get to get a fresh start this thing off. And we hop on this road and this business or whatever it is that we're doing, this health kick, whatever we're doing. And it was me that didn't do it. Had the information, had the access, had the resources, understood the business, understood, you could break down the things that was necessary that needed to be done, and didn't do it because it was me. So work on you. And you can do that by numerous things. If you're listening to podcasts, If you're reading books, if you have mentors, books that are definitely good to read, Think and Grow Rich, right? By Napoleon Hill. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Such a great book. Look, The Richest Man in Babylon. That's my #1 book that I give to everyone. My wife will tell you, we go to a used bookstore, I'm always looking for that one. I don't care how many's in there. I'm going to buy them because somebody one day is going to need them. The Richest Man in Babylon, George S. Clayson, right? That helped me out so much from a financial perspective. We got Leadership 101 by John C. Maxwell, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, and he has a slew of other books, right? One of the good ones that is a little unknown unless you're in the industry or with our business is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. People have different feelings about him, but it was a really good book to paint the perfect picture of everything from success to failure. Is so slight edge, because the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. And so it's been really easy for me lately not to get up and go to the gym. I have my wife next to me. She's nice and warm and cuddly and pregnant. And therefore health can decline or injuries don't get resolved and stuff like that. And then on top of that, there's things that are, but of course it's like easy to just get up and go. Day one's hard. Eric Thomas said in a recent podcast of his on that Secrets of Success podcast, he said, look, the hardest time it will be to lift the 40-pound dumbbell is the first time. If you're bench pressing with dumbbells or something, the hardest time will be the first time. But every other time after that, it's going to get easier and easier as long as you continue to flex that muscle. So, dear younger me, work on you. I don't know who this is for that's out there, but it definitely was for me. A little pep talk to myself. All right, I went a little bit longer in this video than I normally do, but nonetheless, it's good talking with you guys. Remember, continue to think, live, and be unstoppable. Until next time, peace out.